Hey guys, it's Kim here with Fairily Fiber Fun. Thanks for joining me for episode 40, which is a few months late, but life. That's all I can say is life. Life happened, life got in the way, and I got horribly overwhelmed. And I shut down for a couple of months, did the bare minimum, but I'm back now and I have a lot to catch up on with you. So in today's episode, we have a big announcement about my first ever advent calendar, so please stay tuned for that. Fiberfest recap, I'll just give you the brief version since that was in May. And I will discuss the projects I've been working on, some that I finished, some that I just started, and we will end with some plans for the future, which are quite fluid. And we will discuss just a little bit about Tour de Fleece. Not a lot, because today is day 7 and I am vlogging every single day. But that's separate videos, so if you're interested in Tour de Fleece, you can watch those. Before we jump into everything, there have been a lot of new viewers and I wanted to give a very warm welcome. I'm so glad you're here. You make my day. All the comments on all the videos have been amazing. All the shares. You guys are just awesome and I want you to know that and know that I appreciate you. Whether you're new or returning viewer, welcome back. If you haven't, please do consider hitting that subscribe button and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss new videos as they come out. And leave comments in the comment section. I love to read them. I love to respond to them. Y'all really make my day. Okay, so Fiberfest. The Fiber Festival was Mother's Day weekend, which Friday was the workshops, and I taught my very first workshop. I had 4 students, and it went incredibly well. Everybody had fun. And the Sati Noguchi Cultural Center has asked me to come back. They wanted me to come back and teach again in June, but due to technology issues, it got pushed back to June 20th. So I am really excited about teaching my second beginner drop spindle workshop, where I take all students from the basics of what a drop spindle is and how to use it, all the way through. You make your first yarn, you spin 2 singles, you wind them off onto a storage bobbin, you ply them, you wash your yarn, all of it. It's a lot packed into one class, and then you go home with fiber and a spindle to play with later. But you have all the tools you need to be able to make your own yarns at home on your own. And that is my goal for every workshop, is that you have all the tools you need to be able to successfully make your own yarn. So I'm really happy with how well that went. And honestly, I forgot about this workshop that's coming up in a few weeks. So all of a sudden I'm like, oh my gosh, no, I'm not ready. It's okay. I have time to wrap my brain around it. There's a lot going on. This is 4th of July weekend. Like, it's been hectic and crazy. The workshop doesn't need my attention right this minute. It can wait another week. So, but as far as the actual festival that was Saturday and Sunday, it went really, really well. I sold a lot, quite a lot, not as much as I had last year, but I did really well. And Calypso Creations was my booth partner. We had extra booth space as I purchased 2 booths and we just shared it, and that was so great. My mom was there to help out. We had a blast. It was so wonderful. And definitely going to do more vending with Calypso Creations again, because it was way better than just me. Just made it a million times more fun. And yeah, I love it. I love having really good friends that are also a sister business, and we can do events together. That's just so much fun. We're doing Tour de Fleece together, and they are Calypso Creations. I'm Fairily Fiber Fun. So we are calling our team Calypso Fairies. And I'm going to pop up a picture of the shirt because I don't want to wiggle the camera to go grab it. I'm going to wear it tomorrow to the family dinner we're having. Otherwise, I would be wearing it right now. But Jessie from Calypso Creations designed the logo, the combined logo, and Sam tie-dyed the shirts and put the logos on them, and is just fantastic. She sold a crap ton of shirts, and I designed matching bats for everybody, custom bats. The colors were slightly customizable, and there's videos of most of those. I just did the last order that did not get filmed for video. It's going out today, and I've closed the Tour de Fleece bat pre-orders listing because I'm sold out, which is a fantastic problem to have. So thank you, everyone, all the wonderful Calypso fairies. Thank you so much for all your orders and your support, and I had a blast making your bats perfect for you. So for my Tour de Fleece, I have a Tour de Fleece plans video, of which I added a spin to that after I filmed the video, and that's what I plan to work on today, but you'll just have to wait until day 7 vlog. Oh, that's right, you will have seen that before this goes out, because this goes out on day 8. Nope, July 8. Today is July 5th. It's really confusing because the tour started 2 days before July started, so the numbers are like confusing me. Day 8 is July 6. July 8 is day 10, and that is the first rest day, and when that vlog is supposed to come up, that's when you will see this video. Like I had to explain that. Okay, anyway, if you can't tell, my brain's kind of everywhere today. I had some technology issues, and I had to completely reset my printer because it refused to print, and I needed to print shipping labels. So yeah, hour and a half of fiddling with that. Finally got it. I hate it when technology doesn't work. Anyway, so moving on. I have done some knitting. Now, last episode I talked about the tank top I was designing, and it's finished. I've actually worn it once. I have a tail that came out, which is absolutely fantastic. I need to poke that back in. Okay, so here it is. Cute little top. It's way too hot to wear it. It's too cropped for my taste. And the I-cord bind off around the neck, just, it's supposed to be flat, and instead it hangs down. So this is the inside of the shirt where I picked up stitches, and that's supposed to be on the inside, not the outside. So there's a lot of things I need to change about this. The fit in the armholes is perfect. The neck is a little too wide. The shoulder straps are, well, as you can see, they're quite far out on the shoulders, which I don't have a problem with that. Unlike this, which is a racer back, is that what it's called? Which I hate this shirt. When I take it off today, it's going in the garbage because I bought it. It was on clearance at Walmart for $1. I didn't realize it was cropped, and I hate short tops. So this one is actually about the same length, and it's hot because it's such a tight gauge. So fail as far as what I was looking for, but not a fail in every regard. It can be a vest for winter, and it'll be absolutely fantastic. So I'm happy to have my summer top, first ever pattern design top, completely done, and I just really need to add a few rows to it and I'll be happier. It is extremely warm. And then once I was finished with that, I actually was cleaning house at some point last month in June, and I came across some fiber that I had spun part of, and I was actually filming a series with it. So I got out the rest of the fiber, I filmed the spinning, and I began knitting the top. So this is, my pattern is way behind the camera on the other side of the room. Let me grab my computer. So it is the Pretty in Pleats by Andrea. I'll tell you in a second. Pretty in Pleats by Andrea Yetman. And I have just reached the 15-inch mark. I am using stitch markers to every 5 inches. There's the first 5 inches, there's the second 5 inches, and I just reached the 15-inch mark, and I'm going to go another inch or two because it's not long enough, and I think I have enough yarn. So I'm on my second skein, and I still have quite a bit left, and once I separate the top and the front and the back, it's going to go really quick. There's going to be less stitches for the armhole shaping and the neck shaping, so I think I can spare 2 or 3 more inches off this skein, and then I will move on to the final skein and hopefully use up all of it or most of it. So, but that is going to be its own separate video. I am vlogging that process. It's taking forever because Tour de Fleece kicked off and I don't spend much time knitting on this, but I have been doing other knitting, and I do have a couple of finished things here aside from the you know, the tank top I designed and not a great design. So I've been watching the Norwegian Knitter podcast on YouTube a lot. While I knit, I love to watch her videos. When I first started watching her, I binged watched everything for days until I got caught up, and now I have to wait for new videos to come out. I'm glad she uploads frequently. So she's been knitting, I can't remember if it's the Sunday socks by Petite Knit, I think. And they're ribbed, they're really long in the cuff. And I was looking at those and I was like, you know, I like that. I want to make some socks like that. Did I look at the pattern? Nope. Didn't look it up. I just decided to make my own. So I'm using scrap sock yarn. There's not enough to make 2 socks of one color. So I'm just picking 2 colors, splitting the first color in half, and knitting 1 sock until I run out of that color, and then attaching the next color and finishing it, and then do the same for the second sock. So here is my 2x2 ribbed sock. It's a pair. Got the second one here. I did a rounded toe, and I can either wear it all the way up or fold it down, and it's so cute and so comfortable. They look scrawny as all get out, but that's the ribbing. So yeah, I'm very, very happy with these socks. And as soon as I cast off the second one, I went ahead and cast on my next pair. And this is all, well, this is from Knit Picks. And these are hand dyed by me. And it's a totally different yarn. It feels different. But I finished the first one day 5. Today's day 6. No, day 4. Today's day 7. It was day 5. Tour de Fleece day 5. So a couple days ago, I finished this one. That's the day I didn't do any vlogging. And I immediately cast on. And I've knit that much of the second one. So hopefully I split the yarn right and it'll end, that pretty skein will end at the same spot. If not, oh well. So if you guys are interested in this pattern, I will write it up happily and publish it. It's super easy. It's the standard stockinette sock, except that the cuff is extra long and 2x2 rib, and then the top of the foot remains 2x2 rib. And I continue the rib all the way through the toe. All the way. So that is the toe. As you can see, the ribbon continues all the way down. I did a standard heel flap with the slip stitch heel and gusset. It's top down. You could easily convert it to toe up. So if y'all are interested, please let me know in the comments and I'll write up the pattern and publish it. And that's all the knitting I've been doing. Of course, I've been doing a lot of spinning because it's Tour de Fleece, but you will see that in the final wrap up Tour de Fleece final video. But if you're interested in watching the daily vlogs, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss those because they are going out almost every day. Today's I actually edited last night when I couldn't sleep and scheduled it to go out at 11 o'clock this morning. So that made life a little easier for me today. Oh yes, we're on to the big announcement. Advent calendar orders, pre-orders are now live. It is 12 days of desserts. And I only have a 12-day option. And there is very limited quantity because I don't want to overstress myself and get hurt or make myself sick trying to fill all the orders. Pre-orders will end August 10th and you will not be able to order any more. I will make only as many as was ordered and I will ship them out in October so that you get them in December and can spend them 12 days leading up to Christmas. I'm very excited about this. I already have the 12 desserts picked out. I have the colors all figured out and all I have to do is dye the fiber and make the rolags. So I do have a large set and a small set, and those options, I think I have 4 of each available. So very, very small for my first Advent. It's kind of a test run for me to see, is this something that I want to do in the future? Kind of like the Fiber Club was a test, the first Fiber Club. I'm trying not to overextend myself, but also do fun things that I've been wanting to do for years. And Advent calendar is one of the things I've been wanting to do and was scared of being too overwhelmed to handle it. So I'll pop up a picture here of the photo the little flyer I made about the Advent calendar, and I hope you guys are as excited about it as I am because super excited. So yes, open today through August 10th, 2024, and then closed for good. So limited number, limited spots available. Grab yours quick. If there's a ton of interest and I sell out super fast, I might consider extending the number of orders just a little bit. So if you miss out and you really want to be a part of it, just shoot me an email or something and let me know. Or message me on Facebook. Okay, so that was the big announcement. I'm excited. Cannot wait for my first ever Advent calendar to make for you guys. I've had my own Advent calendar last year. It was a chocolate one that my daughter bought me and it was fun. So now I feel a little more confident. I kind of know what an Advent is, so I know it's weird, but until I've experienced something, I don't know how to do it. Or I'm afraid that I'll do it wrong, and honestly, there is no right or wrong. You do it your way. So I'm jumping in and just doing it. And now we're on to future plans. And I know I'm going super fast because I have like 20 minutes left to be able to film, and then I have to be somewhere. So I'm trying to cram everything I can into today, and it's just really difficult, but it'll be okay. We're doing it. We're having fun, and that's what matters, right? And yes, I think I just used the royal we. Okay, so moving forward, there are going to be some changes to Fairily Fiber Fun. I'm sitting here rolling a pin because I can't sit still. For my business, I will be doing more workshops, less vending. And I'm going to focus more on YouTube because that's where my heart is. It's where my passion is. And I have so many plans and so many big projects that I want to vlog and share with you guys, and classes that I want to film and release. And I can't do that if I'm constantly creating for my store and creating product, because there's only so much mental energy and physical energy. And so I'm backing off on the vending, the waffle sales. I haven't done in a few months. I'm not going to do August. I don't know about September and October. I know I'm not doing anything in November. I have a physical vending event in November and I have one in December. And that's all I have for sure that I'm going to be doing as far as vending goes. And I was going to be a vendor at a local shop and teach workshops there. And I can't make product right now. So I had a tatting fail last month where I actually used dishwasher safe Mod Podge to stiffen tatted earrings and stuff, and it left a plastic looking film on everything, and I had to throw it all away. There was a lot. I had made a lot of earrings and some other things that were really pretty, and they're all ruined. So I did start over with the earrings, and I got pretty decent ways along with it, and I taught a tatting workshop at the library, which was fantastic. Everybody thoroughly enjoyed it. I had 10 students, and that was just blew my mind because I didn't think I could handle that many students, but it turns out 10 is easier to teach than 4. And I know that's weird, but they teach each other. I teach one person in this little group, this little cluster, and then they teach the person next to them, and I move on and I teach one person and they teach the person next to them. And it was so beautiful and so much fun. So bigger classes are definitely going to work, as long as they're not too big. And I was able to give everybody plenty of attention, and it was just so much fun. And everybody loved it and thanked me and told me I was so sweet and patient. And it's funny because I could never teach my kids anything because I don't have the patience. But when it's not my children, I have patience, apparently. So I do want to teach a lot more workshops, and I want to teach virtual workshops, and I want to make my own wardrobe. I'm sick and tired of buying things at the store that wear out, that are the wrong fibers for my body, that I don't like the fit of, like this top right here. I hate this style top, and I didn't even look at it when I grabbed it. I saw the price and I was like, hell yeah, $1, I'm getting it. I'm glad I only found one in my size and a color I liked, because I'd be really mad if I bought more than that. So yes, I have sewing plans that my mother is going to help me with, because it requires a lot of pattern tweaking and fit issues, and that's something that you just can't really do by yourself. So where did I put that? Where did I put it? Aha, under the computer. All right, so I sketched out a few tops that I want to sew out of linen or linen cotton blend fabrics that I already have. I'm terrible at drawing, so I'm in the process of translating these into a spreadsheet, which requires me to sort of draw them in paint, and then copy and paste it into the spreadsheet, because that's the extent of what I know how to use. Can't draw on the computer to save my life, so this is really difficult. But one basic bodice design, I can change the neck, I can change the style lines, and it gives me enough idea that I can just look at the spreadsheet and know, okay, I want to make this, 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 and this. And I can do sleeveless, I can do short sleeve, I can do long sleeve. Once I get the basic bodice and the sleeve cap shaped the way I want it and like it, the rest is easy. Any changes can be made to it. So I've got plans for a whole bunch of sewing, and then I have plans for a bunch of knitting, and I went through Ravelry and I put, how many do I have in my queue? I have it open, so let's see how many I've got in my queue. I have 17 patterns in my queue. Some of them are leggings, skirts. I have a cape with a hood that I've been wanting to make for 5 or 6 years now, and it just is going to require a ton of yarn and time, and I was like, it's just not realistic, so I've never made it. It's number 15 on my list. I decided, why not? I've been wanting one forever. It's going to be whimsical, and I'm going to feel like a fairy or an elf, and yeah, let's just do it. So I've got some dresses and tunics and vests, summer stuff, winter stuff, things that can be both, skirts, pants, all of that. And then I need to finish the weaving project I've got on my loom, because I've got rugs that I want to weave. I've got fabric I want to weave for sewing. I told my mom this is a 20-year project, and she just started laughing. She said, I don't think it'll take that long. And I'm like, you don't understand the full scope of it. It's going to take me 20 years. So that is all probably going to be vlogged, and I hope you guys enjoy that journey with me, because honestly, it's very intimidating. I'm scared to death to do all of this, but it's time. I have so many fiber blends that I want to make. Some of the summer tops, like the one I'm knitting right now, it's wool and flax blend, and I think it's like 13% flax, but it feels amazing. It's not too warm feeling. It's going to be airy and light and cool, and I love the coloration. So definitely want to do more with the flax. I want to make a blend with mostly bamboo, or a large percentage of bamboo. So wool and bamboo, and I want to try wool and tinsel, and just all sorts of things. And I've got too many plans, and I want to buy yarn for weaving that is linen or bamboo or something like that, so that I can weave towels, because I'm tired of our towels not drying us after showers. Like, what's the point of using a towel if when you're done drying off, you're still dripping wet? Like, it's supposed to dry your skin, and it doesn't. You still have water all over you. It's stupid. Anyway. So either I have to throw away all the towels and buy new ones, which would be the logical choice, or I have to buy a bunch of yarn and weave them, which is not the logical choice, considering it's taking me over a year to weave the first panel of a commission job. But I can blame the fact that the yarn is just horrid for weaving, and the loom does not want to cooperate on that. I do need to get it finished. I'm hoping after Tour de Fleece I can just knuckle down and get that knocked out. So yeah, too many plans, too much excitement, too much knitting in the future. I don't have a clue if I'm going to follow any of my plans, not even the sewing ones, you know. Like I said, plans are very fluid. I still have yarn for a dress that I had planned to make years ago, and bought the yarn I think 2 or 3 years ago, and still haven't made it, and it's not a priority, and I'm probably going to do something different with the yarn. Whatever. And I've just got too many ideas rattling around in my head, and I'm getting very overwhelmed because there isn't enough time to do everything. Hence the step back from vending so much and constantly creating to sell. I want to create for me as much as I create to sell. And I want to do more custom creating, like the Tour de Fleece bats that I made. They were so much fun. That's what I live for. Making something specific to someone else's desires is what I live for. It absolutely is. So I have a commission job to spin up some yarn, and I'm looking at it. It's in a box on the floor. It's 4 small bats. They're 100% Tunis from a local farm, and actually it's the farmer's cousin, I believe, and she wants yarn from her cousin's sheep. So I already have them dyed up. They're really pretty. All I have to do is spin them, and I've sent her the invoice and told her it's not due until after Tour de Fleece. So because I know I have too many spins going on right now, I probably won't get to it, even though I want to spin it up so bad. So there will be more information on that later, but doing those custom jobs is really where my passion is, and I want to do more of that. So yeah, hopefully the future will look better and brighter and be more fun. I'll be able to do the things that bring me the most passion and joy, and you guys will get to join me on this journey and grow with me. So I appreciate you hanging out with me. I know I talked way too fast, but I am excited to talk to you, and the time crunch of today, with tomorrow being a big family dinner, I just don't have time to do everything I wanted to do. And then yesterday was the 4th of July and post office was closed, and it was just, it's been a week. But after this weekend, I'll be able to just focus in on what I need to focus on, and there won't be any distractions until near the end of the month when Tour de Fleece is over with and I have doctor's appointments and things. If you guys want to just go now, bye, have fun, enjoy whatever you're doing. I'll see you in the next one. If you want to stick around and hear a few minutes of me chatter about my health situations, feel free to stay. It's up to you. I wasn't going to share this, but I decided I would. A few weeks ago, I had a really bad scare where I thought I was going to bleed to death internally. And I went to the doctor in a panic and was pretty much told I had a cyst rupture in my uterus. And I was told, oh, honey, they when they rupture, they hemorrhage. It's no big deal. And I'm like, back in 2014, I hemorrhaged for 3 or 4 weeks. And it was discovered during a previously scheduled surgery. If I hadn't had that surgery scheduled, I could have bled to death. Like, I was sick for over a month with that, and I was feeling the same way as why I went to the doctor, and they just brushed it off like it was nothing. So I go back to the doctor on the 25th of this month to discuss options to get rid of the problems I've been having since having my 4th child, and hopefully I can keep all of my anatomy, but eliminate all of the problems. There's a ablation where they burn the inside of the uterus, and hopefully that will get rid of all the fibroids and cysts that like to grow in the uterus itself. I don't have much issues with the ovarian cysts, but I will talk to the doctor about removing the one ovary that is a problem. We'll just see what the doctor says. And if I have to go to Gainesville, which is an hour away, for a second opinion, I will. Because I know what I don't want to deal with anymore ever again. I don't ever want to go through a near-death experience because I had a cyst rupture on my ovary and it never stopped bleeding, never healed. I don't want to go through that again. That was terrifying and painful, and I'm mad that the doctor didn't remove the offending ovary at that time because I'd already had my tubes tied. Like, there was no reason to keep it. But the doctor just left it in there. And I'm like, you don't understand. This is going to be a recurring problem. But nobody wants to listen to me. So now that I'm 40, almost 41, what I want to happen may very well happen. I'm old enough now that I don't actually need those, and hopefully it will speed me through the worst of premenopause so that I'm not having as much issues with that. Because yeah, that is not fun. It's not been fun at all. My whole family's not enjoying it. It's awful. So I did get the migraines under control, thank God. Because I was having almost daily, 2 or 3 times a week, silent migraines. And if I ignored them and pushed through, then I would end up with an actual very loud, painful migraine. And it was all hormone related. So as soon as I balanced my hormones, then those went away. And I have to just maintain that now, which I'm struggling with because I can never remember to use the stupid cream at night. But, working on it. I have a lot of other things I'm working on. I have come to the realization that I have a lot of unhealthy mindsets and unhealthy habits that I was raised with that developed over time due to my past and the people I was around and the toxic relationships. And I am now in a healthy relationship, and I'm around people who are healthy mindsets and stuff. And it's just becoming more and more apparent that I've got these really nasty habits and mindsets that I have not been able to shake for years. And so I'm working on those, and I'm actively trying to change. And because I don't want to keep living the way I've been, and I don't want to keep being unhealthy and toxic. I don't want to push my family away, and because I'm a toxic person, and I don't want to be controlling and manipulating. I don't mean to be, but unfortunately I have been. And that's not who I want to be. So I'm changing how I'm acting, how I'm thinking. It's so hard to do. This stuff used to be easier. When I was younger, it was so much easier to change habits. But now, it took months. It took a few years actually, but I finally got in the habit of making my bed every morning when I get up. And I'm now in the habit of getting up around 6:30 every morning. It's summer. I should be sleeping until 9, 10 o'clock in the day, right? No. Instead of getting up at 5:30, I'm getting up at 6:30. And I'm loving it. I'm loving the routine. I'm loving the steady schedule. And I want to stick with that. It's a healthy habit. I want to stick with, making my bed every morning. It really does set the tone for the day. I want to stay on top of folding laundry, which I do once or twice, and then we just live out of baskets again. So the kids sort the laundry, and then I have to fold mine, and I usually fold my boyfriend's as well because I can, because I do a better job of organizing the drawers. I love doing things for him because he does so much for me that I don't consider it a hardship at all. So I like to do that, but that's a habit I'm trying to change, is fold the laundry and get it put away the day it gets sorted, not the day I need the basket so I can do laundry again. So there's a lot that I'm trying to change and be better at. It's not easy, guys. It's not easy at all, but we can do it, and we can do it together. So let me know in the comments, if you've watched this far, what is something in your life that you've realized is not a healthy habit or not a healthy mindset that you are actively aware of and wanting to change because you don't like that version of you? Let me know in the comments, and we can celebrate each other, and we can uplift each other, and we can help each other out. All right, that's all I've got for today, guys. Thanks for listening. Thanks for hanging out with me. And I hope that you all have a wonderful July, a wonderful rest of your Tour de Fleece. And as usual, I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.